Good morning. My name is Bobby, and I've been asked by Tim to do a workplace thought for the day. The passage that I will be reflecting on is taken from Psalms 33, and I'd just like to read a short section to you, verses 6 to 11. By the word of the Lord were the heavens made, their starry host by the breath of his mouth. He gathers the waters of the sea into jars. He puts the deep into storehouses. Let all the earth fear the Lord. Let all the people of the world revere him. For he spoke, and it came to be. He commanded, and it stood firm. The Lord foils the plans of the nations. He thwarts the purposes of the peoples. But the plans of the Lord stand firm forever, the purposes of his heart through all generations. I teach biology in a sixth form college, and as a teacher, we thrive on planning. Our whole 2-year programme is mapped out to prepare our students best to sit their A-level exams. In the classroom, I'm very conscious of time, and I try my best to plan everything to the T. Well, the next class would be waiting outside, or we'll be sitting around twiddling our thumbs and not knowing what to do. Lockdown in March threw a massive curveball to our preparations for the second year A-level exams. From trying to make sure they are competent with the course content to having exams cancelled, all in the space of 3 weeks. And then centres having to use what we call CAGs, Centre Assessed Grades, as their actual A-level grades. And the speed at which it all happened was madness. It was unprecedented. I had to move from teaching in a classroom to suddenly finding myself on Zoom and Teams, talking to 4 walls with next to no student interactions, all in the space of a weekend. Then there was homeschooling. We have 3 girls, Lucy, Sophie and Jessie. You may know them. Jessie here is 3. She is like a limpet, full of beans and needing a lot of one-to-one attention. Work and home life blended chaotically into one, and with the uncertainty at one point whether we could even be allowed outdoors for exercise induced a lot of stress and anxiety. Now I know we are the lucky ones. So many people have lost their jobs, see loved one pass away, and I've had it so much harder. And the future at present is still looking very, very uncertain. Or is it? In verses 10 and 11, the Lord foils the plans of the nations. He thwarts the purposes of the peoples. But the plans of the Lord stand firm forever, the purposes of his heart through all generations. Now I find massive comfort in these verses, knowing that despite my plans hardly ever coming to fruition, which is probably a good thing, God's plan will stand. His plan is a plan that can be trusted and is good, as the psalmist backs it up in our reading verses 6 to 9. He was the one who created the heavens, and he was the one who parted the Red Sea in Israel's deliverance from slavery. And he will, in verse 11, deliver his plans and his purposes through all generations. We have seen his plan in salvation history, and we wait patiently with full assurance of Christ's return, and that day when he will wipe away every tear and there'll be no more death, mourning, crying or suffering. Brothers and sisters, friends, I want to encourage you to not look and trust in your own plans, but his, which can be trusted and is worthy. The end of Psalms 33, verses 20 onwards, the psalmist writes, "We wait in hope for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. In him our hearts rejoice, for we trust in his holy name. May your unfailing love rest upon us, O Lord, even as we put our hope in you." To him who can be trusted be all glory, honour